Arrigo Sacchi is a renowned Italian football manager and one of the most influential figures in the history of the sport. Born on April 1st, 1946, in Fusignano, a small town in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, Sacchi initially pursued a career outside football, working as a shoe salesman. Despite never playing professional football, his passion for the game and an innovative tactical mind set him on a path that would redefine modern football. Sacchi began his managerial career with amateur clubs in Italy, including Fusignano, Alfonsine, and Belleria. His work with these lower league teams showcased his unique tactical approach, which emphasized high pressing, zonal marking, and attacking football. His philosophy was heavily influenced by Dutch total football, particularly the work of Rinus Michels and Johan Cruyff. Sacchi's early success with these principles earned him opportunities with more prominent clubs. In the early 1980s, Sacchi gained attention while managing Parma, a Serie C1 team. His revolutionary style of play, characterized by intense pressing and fluid team movement, led Parma to defeat AC Milan twice in the Coppa Italia during the 1986-87 season. These victories caught the eye of AC Milan owner Silvio Berlusconi, who appointed Sacchi as Milan's head coach in 1987, despite criticism of his lack of professional playing experience. At AC Milan, Sacchi achieved legendary status by building one of the most iconic teams in football history. His tenure from 1987 to 1991 is widely regarded as a golden era for the club. Sacchi introduced a new level of tactical discipline and creativity, fostering a team-first mentality. Under his guidance, Milan won the Serie A title in his debut season, 1987-88, conceding just 14 goals in 30 matches, a testament to their defensive solidity. Sacchi's Milan dominated European football, winning back-to-back European Cups, now the UEFA Champions League, in 1989 and 1990. The team featured world-class players like Franco Baresi, Paolo Maldini, Marco van Basten, Ruud Gullit, and Frank Rijkaard. Sacchi's Milan is celebrated for its 4-4-2 formation, which emphasized compactness, quick transitions, and synchronized movements, allowing the team to outclass opponents tactically and physically. After leaving Milan in 1991, Sacchi was appointed head coach of the Italian national team in 1991. He led Italy to the 1994 FIFA World Cup final, where they lost to Brazil on penalties after a goalless draw. Despite the defeat, Sacchi's tactical acumen was evident, as Italy displayed disciplined performances throughout the tournament. He resigned in 1996 following mixed results and returned to Milan for a brief second spell, which was less successful than his first tenure. Sacchi's later managerial stints included a role as coach of Atletico Madrid in the late 1990s, but he never replicated his earlier success. He transitioned into administrative roles, serving as director of football at Parma and continuing to influence the sport through his insights and mentoring. Sacchi is celebrated for revolutionizing football tactics and elevating the importance of a cohesive team strategy over individual brilliance. His emphasis on zonal marking, pressing, and high-tempo attacking football inspired countless managers, including Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and Carlo Ancelotti. Sacchi once famously said, "You don't need to have been a horse to be a jockey," highlighting his belief in the importance of intelligence and innovation over playing pedigree. Even after retiring from active coaching, Sacchi remains a respected figure in football, contributing as a commentator and advisor. His philosophy has left an indelible mark on the game, ensuring his legacy as one of the greatest minds in football history. Arrigo Sacchi's influence extends beyond his direct achievements and into the broader evolution of football. His success proved that a manager's ability to understand, strategize, and motivate could outweigh the conventional prerequisite of having a professional playing career. This perspective inspired countless aspiring coaches who might not have had illustrious playing careers, but possessed sharp tactical minds and innovative ideas. Sacchi's Milan was often described as a symphony of football, where every player knew their role within a larger system. His teams were praised for their positional awareness, pressing in unison and creating an unrelenting pace that overwhelmed opponents. Sacchi's belief in hard work, discipline, and a clear tactical identity became a hallmark of his coaching career. He demanded absolute commitment from his players, often involving grueling tactical training sessions to instill his philosophy. This approach, while demanding, also earned him respect for the results it delivered. One of Sacchi's key innovations was his approach to defensive organization. Unlike the traditional man-marking systems prevalent in Italian football at the time, Sacchi championed zonal marking, which required defenders to cover spaces rather than individual opponents. This allowed for more cohesive defensive units and the ability to press higher up the pitch. His work with players like Franco Baresi and Paolo Maldini not only maximized their individual talents, but also redefined how defenders could contribute to the overall team structure. Sacchi's vision also included fluid attacking movements. He believed in proactive football, where teams sought to dominate the game with possession and intelligent off-the-ball runs. His approach was a direct challenge to the traditionally cautious and defensive catenaccio style that had long been associated with Italian football. Under Sacchi, Milan played with flair and purpose, earning admiration worldwide for their aesthetic and effective approach. After retiring from coaching, Sacchi dedicated himself to sharing his knowledge with future generations. He frequently participated in coaching seminars, wrote articles, and served as a pundit. His ideas have been studied and referenced in countless coaching courses and tactical discussions, underscoring his lasting impact on the game. Sacchi's ability to articulate his philosophy and inspire others has cemented his status as a true pioneer in football. Even decades after his peak managerial years, Sacchi's influence remains evident in the playing styles of many top teams and managers. His emphasis on pressing, high defensive lines, and collective effort are now common features in modern football. Managers like Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp have credited Sacchi's ideas as foundational to their own tactical approaches, highlighting his role in shaping contemporary football. Arrigo Sacchi's legacy is not just about the trophies he won, but also about the transformation he brought to the sport. He redefined what was possible for managers and teams, proving that football could be both beautiful and effective. His work continues to inspire and educate, ensuring that his contributions to the game will be remembered and celebrated for generations to come. Sacchi's principles of football were deeply rooted in his belief that the game was about harmony and collective effort rather than individual brilliance. He often described football as a universal language and compared it to music or art, emphasizing the importance of rhythm, balance, and synchronization. This philosophical approach distinguished him as much as his tactical innovations did. One of his most quoted philosophies was, "Great teams are built on ideas, not money." This statement encapsulated his belief that a well-organized and inspired group of players, regardless of their fame or cost, could overcome individual talent if guided by a clear vision and teamwork. This philosophy helped redefine the perception of football as a chess match between systems and strategies, where the whole was greater than the sum of its parts. In his later years, Sacchi took on the role of mentor and football philosopher, continuing to influence the sport through his insights. He frequently collaborated with clubs and organizations to develop youth systems, emphasizing the importance of nurturing young players within a structured tactical framework. Sacchi often highlighted the need for patience and long-term planning, urging clubs to avoid the temptation of short-term fixes in favor of sustainable success. In addition to his work in football, Sacchi became a celebrated public figure in Italy, known for his eloquence and passion for the game. He authored books on football theory, sharing his methodologies and experiences to educate aspiring coaches. His writings became essential reading for those seeking to understand the nuances of modern football tactics and management. Sacchi's contributions extended beyond the pitch to shape the culture of football management. He championed the idea of coaching as an intellectual pursuit, elevating the role of the manager as a strategist, motivator, and teacher. This perspective helped attract a new generation of analytical and tactically astute coaches, many of whom cite Sacchi as a major influence. Even as football has evolved, Sacchi's principles remain highly relevant. His ideas about pressing, spacing, and positional play are now staples of many top teams worldwide. His Milan side is still used as a benchmark for excellence, often cited in discussions about the greatest teams in history. Coaches, analysts, and fans continue to study and admire the methods that made Sacchi's team so dominant and influential. Arrigo Sacchi's career is a testament to the transformative power of vision and innovation in football. From his humble beginnings in Fusignano to leading some of the greatest teams in history, Sacchi broke barriers and redefined the sport. His legacy is not only found in the trophies he won, but also in the countless coaches and players he inspired. His impact on football will remain timeless, ensuring that his name is forever associated with creativity, discipline, and the pursuit of excellence. Arrigo Sacchi's legacy also lies in his steadfast belief that football is as much about intellect and dedication as it is about natural talent. He often emphasized that success required meticulous preparation, a unified vision, and the courage to challenge established norms. His ability to innovate and implement a revolutionary style of play at a time when defensive and conservative football dominated the landscape is a testament to his courage and conviction. Even though Sacchi's career as a head coach had a relatively short peak, his ideas transcended time. His tactical innovations became a blueprint for modern football, laying the foundation for the pressing game and positional play that dominate the sport today. Sacchi's emphasis on teamwork over individuality is a recurring theme among contemporary managers, with many explicitly crediting him as their inspiration. Throughout his life, Sacchi maintained his humility and passion for the game. He often reflected on his journey, acknowledging that his lack of a professional playing background initially made him a target for skepticism and criticism. Yet, he used this as motivation to prove that knowledge, creativity, and determination could overcome any obstacle. Sacchi's story has since become a source of encouragement for aspiring coaches worldwide who may not have the traditional credentials, but possess the drive to make an impact. In his later years, Sacchi became a sought-after voice in the world of football punditry and analysis. His deep understanding of the game allowed him to provide insightful commentary on modern football trends and strategies. He remained an advocate for attacking and proactive football, often calling on teams and managers to embrace boldness and innovation. His critiques and observations were always rooted in his unwavering belief that football, at its best, should inspire and entertain. Sacchi's achievements have been recognized with numerous accolades and honors. He has been inducted into football halls of fame, celebrated in documentaries, and honored by clubs and organizations for his contributions to the sport. His AC Milan team from 1987 to 1991 is consistently listed among the greatest teams of all time, a testament to his vision and leadership. In personal terms, Sacchi is remembered as a mentor and educator, always willing to share his knowledge and inspire others. His personality reflected his philosophy, disciplined, thoughtful, and endlessly passionate. Despite the pressures of managing at the highest levels, Sacchi always remained true to his principles, prioritizing the integrity and artistry of football over short-term success. Arrigo Sacchi's influence will continue to shape football for generations to come. His name is synonymous with tactical brilliance, innovation, and the pursuit of perfection. Through his groundbreaking work, Sacchi not only changed how the game is played, but also how it is perceived, making him one of the most iconic figures in the history of football. His journey, from an unassuming shoe salesman in Fusignano to one of the most respected figures in the sport, is a lasting reminder of the power of vision, determination, and a love for the beautiful game.